What's up, children of the Rainbow Corn? We are back with Reflections, Season 1, Episode 9. This episode name is People and the Tree. The reason why I chose the title People and the Tree is because I was sitting here thinking for like the past couple of weeks, I've just been having this thing, just constantly having this thought of what Tyler Perry said in one of the Madea plays and movies. And I hear it off and on throughout the years since he said it. And I also kind of paid attention to the people around me and started seeing like representations of this analogy of the tree and how people are in your life. So I wanted to give my viewpoint on it and kind of do one, I can't say one up him, but just kind of like elaborate on what he was saying and like elaborate and give my views on what it is. As you see, I'm natural again. Like I got, well, I'm not natural. I got my wig cap under this. I just ain't feel like wearing a damn wig today. Plus, I'm in the midst of cleaning house. Like it's at the end of the year, so. And my beliefs and what I believe in now, I would say I'm going to say now, and I'm going to say that because of the fact that I started in the midst of this pandemic. A lot of things happened that and before the pandemic have happened where it played with my past belief system and my spirituality, and I just never understood why, you know what I'm saying, reading the Bible, even though they have some real stories and they have some real lessons in there, like reading the Bible just never connected to me. And when I say never connected to me, it just never did. So even though I was brought up on it, it was something I was supposed to believe in. I believe in some of the aspects of what the Bible said, but I never believed 100% in what the Bible said, because in my life, a lot of the things that the Bible said were contradicting to what was supposed to be good and bad and or evil or whatever. So I came to terms that for me, the Bible does not tell the truth. The Bible does not resonate with me and who the higher power is. And that's what made me do this, because it made me realize that it's energy. It's for me. It's an energy thing. For me, it's the universe. For me, it's the mother, the mother nature. Because I think about it like in a way of everything has a place. Everything has a energy. Everything has a meaning. Everything happens for a reason. Like you may not see the reason for something happening now, but it's always it's a reason why that ripple happened in the waters, that them rough waters that you're going through, or you're going through so many rough rapids on your path, because it's to get to where you want to be, you got to go through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the contents, that is what the Bible says, but also they banish and they condemn and they do so much stuff that somebody that had created the world or have created people, they left us so much Bible to condemn so much things. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't believe it. Like I definitely have gone back to my roots, and that's why I decided to do this. And my roots is on a spirituality thing. My roots are on a African tip, where I'm getting into my African roots and what it means to be African, not just American, because yeah, I am American, but to come from that country, to understand where I came from. So I don't believe you set in a tone or set in a specific religion for yourself makes you any closer to the higher power, or if you believe in God, who that is, or the Mother Earth, it doesn't set you closer to them. How you move around in this life and in your life, and how you affect people, and how you put things into this world and on this earth to help it grow is how you have a connection with higher power. That's what I'm calling it right now until I can specify what specific religion, until I get a religion that I can say that, oh, this is the one. Because I think religion is so constructed. It's so this is how it's supposed to be. And look at how the higher power just lets things go and just lets things happen. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everything is not supposed to be set in stone. That's how I look at it. So, getting into people in the tree. Like I said, Tyler Perry said something on one of his shows, excuse me. Drinking some hot tea. For some reason, I had a taste for hot tea before the show. That ain't never happened. Normally, I'm drinking a Kool-Aid or something cold. But, the tree is, think about it. You have roots, you have the branches of the tree, you have the leaves of the tree, you know what I'm saying? And all of those make up the tree. All of those make the tree be beautiful, make the tree look the way that it does. But they also have their own functions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they also have their own functions. So, the first thing, I'm going to go down each list, the weakest to the strongest. And I'm going to start off with the leaf. The leaf of a tree, as you know, it comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? It literally comes and goes, like it, and it's very, I can't even say adaptable, but it's very wishy-washy. Like, if you look at the tree and you see the leaves during the wintertime or when the wind blows, they just blow with the wind. Like, they just go left, right, up, down, left, right, slanted, or whatever the case may be. And that's what those leaf people are. They're only there, and then too, a leaf, it comes and goes, like it grows to be so beautiful. It's so strong at one point, and then eventually there's a time for it to come. You know, that 6-month period or a 7-month period, it come around, and then you start seeing that it's changing colors. It's not that nice bright green that it was during the summertime and springtime, and it start changing colors, and then it start turning orange and red, and then eventually it turns brown, and it fall, you know, or it turns orange or red, and then it just falls on a tree because it's grown. It's only grown but so much. It's only gonna be allowed to grow so much. It's only allowed to, just like the people that's considered a leaf. They're only there for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? They may be there. You know, I feel like this, even though it's not said like that. It's two different type of leaf people in my eyes. In the way Tyler Perry explained it, it was only one. But to me, it's two different type of leaf people because of the fact that I've seen it myself. Like, majority of the time, 9 times out of 10 of the time, there are going to be the leaf people that's on your tree of life. They are people that come and they take, and they make the, and you know what I'm saying? And at one point when they first came, they gave you this old glamorified look of themselves, like they was that friend, you know what I'm saying? They was the one that they was ride or die, whatever. And after so much time, and it don't take long, because just like the leaf on the tree, it don't take long for the start withering away. It don't take long for you to realize that this motherfucker ain't shit, and they only come when they want to come. And although the time may be good, you know it ain't worth shit because they don't mean what they doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they come in and say, for instance, you're doing good. I'm gonna say, to put this in the aspect, you just came up. Say you was down for a long time, and somebody just came out the blue. And say you met them at the club, or you met them at a co-worker at work, and they just came out the blue, and you doing real good, like you doing your thing, you know, you like a lot of people now, they starting their own businesses. You started a business, and you see that this person like, oh damn, let me help you, whatever, let me do this, let me do that. But when they come in, things start going out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like physical things like money or product or whatever, but the energy that you have put into it, it's starting to go out. And sometimes it could be money, it could be material things, you know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10 they come in to take some shit away from you. And or they come in to constantly put some negativity in your life or throw some shade in your way. And that's what a leaf is. It's only there for a season. That's what a leaf person is. It's only there for a season. It can't you can't depend on them because they're weak. They're weak as hell because they rely on your roots to give it food to grow. They rely on your branches to hold them together. You know what I'm saying? So they throw shade over you. So a lot of times the motherfuckers, they may keep you cool or whatever. They make, you know what I'm saying, but they throw shade on you because they keep that mentally keeps you in a space where you have to be down here and you don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they there for. They take what they want and need, and then when it's done, when it's time for them to go, just like a leaf, them motherfuckers get ghosts. They fall, they grow, they look beautiful and everything, and they fall on the ground. They hit right where the roots are. They hit basically at the surface of where the roots are, and they just go away like shit ain't never happened. They go ghost, like just like you have people or friends or family that they only come around when they need something, and then they stay around just for that amount of time, and then they go ghost. I think everybody at some point, especially when it come down to when people die, family just come out the woodworks, you know what I'm saying? And I can say that I fell victim to that too. But my biggest problem is that I don't go ghost because I honestly am there for my family. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I'm not the type of person to pick up the phone just to pick up the phone. I'm not the type of person to come over your house just to come over your house. If it's not something going on, or if it's not something where you invite me to, or you know what I'm saying, we had a conversation about happening, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I love you, I care for you, I want the best for you. Shit, if you need some support, I'm gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? But I've never been the type to just pick up a phone. 9 times out of 10, somebody gotta call me before I call them, and it sounds bad, but that's just how I've always been, and I've tried to change that. I've even told my niece a couple of times where I said I'm gonna keep on this, but it's so hard. I don't know why it's so hard for me, but it is. Like, I'll keep it up for a minute, and then it's like after a while it just stops. Like, and it's not something that I want to happen. It's just something that just happens. You know what I'm saying? So. But motherfuckers like that go ghost. Like, they only come around when they need to. Like, I had a friend in the past where that motherfucker only came around when she wanted something. Or the only time I got a phone call from her was when she wanted me to go somewhere with her, or she wanted me to go somewhere with her and spend some money, or she needed somebody to watch her kids or something like that. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't what my friendships and what I needed from a friend at that time. Now, do I know she's like that now? No, because I haven't really hung out with her or whatever in years. Like, years. When I say years, but I see her once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I say hi, he, and just do whatever. But I haven't hung out with her or anything like that. Girl, this tea good, honey. This that hot crack tea. If you don't know what the crack tea is, that's my good old tea, baby. This is the hot version, honey. Ain't nothing like no good old hot tea. It help you calm your spirit down and get your act right together, and you be thinking, honey, especially if you getting in the quiet place. So, moving on. Branch people. You know, just like a branch on a tree, you had them very thin branches that you get your ass whipped because, you know, you thought that branch was going to break on you because it's so damn thin. But lo and behold, that little thin ass branch is the healthiest branch on the damn tree. Them thin ass branches are the healthiest branches on the tree. Why? Because they're just growing. So they don't have that girth in them like that. And just like branches, you have those medium size and big size, and that's something that Tyler Perry didn't specify when he said this. Branches comes in all different shapes and sizes, and with branches, you just don't know. Just like I remember this tree in my grandfather's yard in Madison County, Virginia. He had this big old, had a couple of big old trees, but this one big tree in particular, we loved to climb on. And if any of my family members that actually been to the country in Madison County, Virginia, know what I'm talking about, what tree I'm talking about. It was huge. The tree was huge. Like they had this branch was big. This branch was old as hell. You know it was because how big and wide and how girthy and heavy that motherfucker was, and where you could sit there and just dangle off that joint and not break a goddamn thing. It was healthy on the inside, but the outside you could tell she had some wear and tear on her, honey. And that was the tree I always sat on. That's all the tree that we always played on because it's something that we could climb on and everything. But just like that tree, there comes a time on that tree where all them branches ain't healthy, all them branches ain't good, all them branches ain't strong. And even sometimes them little thin branches, because they're still growing, they may be healthy, but they can break. You know, so and that's just like people. That's why you have the branch people on your tree of life, where they sometimes can be very strong, but they're strong. They're only strong for a time too. You know, they have their time frame. Some of them don't. You know, some of them are just like some of them are connected to those roots. And connected to them so strong where the motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. Like them 4 big ass branches that we sat on, like 5, 6 of us sat on and climbed on and dangled off of or jumped on and stuff. Sometimes they just don't go nowhere unless you just cut them off. But just like the branch people are people that are stronger than leaf people, but you have to be cautious about them because, like I said, they have different strengths. As you see in the tree, you see different lengths of branches. You see different types of branches. You know, some of them flimsy, some of them strong. Some of them you touch them and the motherfucker fall off. You know what I'm saying? Some of them you can literally stand on for hours. So you just have to be cautious about branch people because they'll stick around, and sometimes they'll stick around through so many storms that you just say, okay, bitch, use a root that grew out of the ground. But eventually they have their season. You know what I'm saying? Just like any branch, just like when a big old windstorm come or a tornado come, and let's be honest, when a lightning storm come and a lightning bolt hit a tree, it's only a certain part of that tree that stays there. And that's the roots. That's usually the trunk where the roots are. And that one side of the tree or that one piece of the tree that has branches still hanging on to that bitch. And it's still connected to the tree. So, you know, and when it gets rough, you're going to see which type of branches you have. You know, most of the time they break away or they don't necessarily go ghost. But they do kind of wither slowly away. You'll see them start withering slowly away. Not like a leaf where they just say, bitch, it's time for me to go. I'm going to go and you ain't going to see me again. But you're going to see a different version of me in a different person. With branches, they're going to sit there and even though they may have broken off, they still sit there. You know what I'm saying? Leaves, they're going to blow away. They're going to dry up to the point where they wind up becoming nourishment for your roots after a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or they just going to blow away and blow to something else. You know what I'm saying? Blow someplace else. Just like a leaf. They blow to another area of the world or they blow to another person. But with your branches, like I said, they different sizes. They come in different ways. They definitely come with different intentions. And they have a time. Just like leaves, but the only difference is that their time is a little longer. And then if you have those branches that genuinely want to be your friend but just don't know how, 9 times out of 10, I think those are the people that are your branches. Are the ones that want to be your friend but they just don't know how, or they have so much negative things in their life that they can't get control over, where it trickles over into your life. And because you're connected in a spiritual connection, that spiritual connection pulls in some of their negativity into yours and start making your life feel kind of hellish or feel like shit is going on that shouldn't be going on. And a lot of times you don't even have to do anything. It's just because, just like your parents say, your grandparents say, it's the people that you're around. A lot of times your parents really don't necessarily don't like the person. It's just that they know that this person probably is a very good person, but the things and the people and the thing in the lifestyle that they live, or the way that their life is going right now, they're not a good fit for you. That's when people say that. I'm starting to understand that now. That's when people say that. So that's basically what a branch is. You know, a branch person is. They grow. Sometimes they grow to half your lifetime, and then it's just that time for them to break off and be like, either they just feel like they can't be the person that you want, or they know for a fact that the whole time that they was there, they was growing with you and building with you because they was getting something out of it, and they feel like now it's just that time for them just to go. Because sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes you just have a person that just, they grow with you, they went through some stuff with you, but because there's so many storms that they had to go through with you, they feel it's time for them to go. Or they feel like, oh shit, I'm tired of all these damn storms. I done got everything I possibly can get out of you. It's time for me to break off. And that's what a branch person is. A root person is, a lot of people would say your family. But I don't believe that. I don't. That is your roots, and that's a whole nother topic. But root people are not necessarily your family. Not saying that your tree of life, there are not people from your blood family and from the family that you create. Because I might get on the topic. I'm going to get on that too on Reflections. There are not people in your blood family and people from the family that you are born to be with. Like, not just coming from them, from blood, but you actually, that is your family. That is who you are. That is what keeps you going. Those people are your village that are meant to be roots. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is everybody in your family ain't roots. That don't mean that just because they're your mother don't mean that they're a root in your life. Just because they're your father or your sister, your brother, your auntie, whatever they did, does not mean that they're a root in your life. A root person is somebody that is hard to find because they don't want to be found. Just like roots, you don't know how deep those roots go that are planted outside in that tree. You just like, I don't know how far the roots go of that rose bush that I had to cut down in front of my window, because eventually, as big as that damn branch was getting, it was gonna break my bedroom window. I don't know how far them roots go. Them roots can go from here to all the way to Washington D.C. in the ground, and I wouldn't even know. And I'm in Maryland, so You have to think about that. So when you go back and think about leaf people and branch people, you can't compare them to root people, because root people don't even want to be seen. And if they are seen, you will never know they are that close to you or that connected to you or helping you that much, because they don't give a fuck. And that's what it means by being root people, where they're hard to find because they don't want to be found, or they're just not trying to be noticed for being that strong of a person for you in your life, because they just there. Like, they enjoy it. They enjoy being with you, being your friend, being your family, being your lover, being your support system, being your village. You know what I'm saying? Their only job is to hold you up, to lift you up, and to congratulate you along the way. And when things get bad, they are the ones that are there and making sure that you're good. And that's on a spiritual level, mental level, sartorial level. You don't know what that means, clothes level, and the way that you look. Material, I can't even say material level, because material can be so evil if you allow it to be. But sometimes financial level, but definitely on that spiritual, mental, and physical level. You know what I'm saying? And when I say physical, I ain't talking about sexual. I'm talking about where you're taking care of your health. You're taking care of your body. You know what I'm saying? They help you thrive. When I say thrive, I mean that when you wake up in the morning, they are some of the people or the things that they are the people that you think about that push you from falling into that dark place, like that I like to call that dark place. When I say dark place, into that depression state where, for me, it can get so bad where I shut everything down and give a fuck about nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? They are those people. They are those people that when you see them moving, they're not just moving just to make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? They making sure that they good. And when they and that's what a root person is. They put in roots, because if you look at a root, if you really look at a root, you have that big ass base that most trees have, that probably have, like, if you look at the trunk, it's about 6, 7, sometimes about the biggest one, sometimes it just have 5, that it's so fucking big that when you dig under the ground, you have sub tunnels of all of those roots. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in those sub tunnels, I believe is this. And this is where the village part come into play. Is when you have those roots where they branch off, and then they have a spouse that is their root, and then then them as a couple have children, which are or people or friends that are their root. And because you are connected to this person, you have that whole channel and whole tunnel system of roots that help you, that keep you going, and help you thrive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a root person is. You know, they stay low key because they really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If they get the praise, they are so, when you see humbleness, that's where it comes from. You know, if you go through some storms, like I've been through some storms at 35 years old. A lot of people won't believe, but I've been through hell and high water and back, and probably drove back around the hell and came back, and then sat there for a little bit, burnt a little bit, went through a hurricane or two, and while I was on my way out of hell, and then came back, and now I'm here. But they're there, you know what I'm saying? And to think, when you think about root people, you can't do nothing but smile, because those are the people that you know in those dark times where they instinctively know something is wrong with you. And it's like when you hear from them, they just lift you up. You know what I'm saying? When you see them, it's something about them. It's an energy about them that they just nourish your spirit. They don't have to feed or give you anything else, but you just hearing their voice just brings your whole energy and your spirit to a whole new level. So, I had a little rush, because it felt good when you think about, and I think that's why Tyler Perry did a post talking about this subject, and I don't know when it was, but I seen it today when I was trying to figure out how he broke things down. So that I wouldn't break it down the same way, because I never want to be a copyright. I don't want to never be somebody that takes something and say it word for word. I want to really give my viewpoint and how I feel about it. And he stated, that's when you thank God. For me, that's when I thank the universe. That's when I thank the Mother Nature. That's when I thank the God and the Goddess, and tell them thank you for these people, because I can name honestly 3 people right now, and that's sometimes all you need. And I'm gonna say 4, even though sometimes she act like a branch, like one of them old branches that you can hang on, swing on, and everything. But I'm gonna name 4, and then I'm gonna name the branch. I'm not gonna identify the branch, but they the branch. My mother, my sister, actually it's 2 branches. I'm gonna say it's 2 branches out of those. My mother, my sister, my best friend Mike, the guy that I'm with, E. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he wave on the branch, but he a root. He one of them roots that, you know, you gotta keep playing with to keep going. But he a root because, and the reason I put him in the root category, because he been there when some real shit went down. You know what I'm saying? He also when I see him do good, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get that from a branch or a leaf. You know what I'm saying? When he's thriving, I get a hit of energy that I wouldn't have gotten. You know what I'm saying? That for me is a root person, because even though we may go through some stuff, when he's thriving and he's good, it's something that he exudes off of him that comes to me. Also, I met somebody recently that I've gotten real close. But let me get a sip of tea. That I met. Excuse me. And at first, I really did think he was gonna be a leaf, because he reminded me so much of them damn leaf people. And then it was where he became a branch. You know what I'm saying? Like that leaf. It was just too much for that leaf just to be sitting there. Like that leaf was like, bitch, I ain't got time for this. I ain't waving and wobbling and all that shit. And I believe that right now, because I still have to get to know him. I'm still trying to get to know him and see what his mind is and everything. But this person is y'all met him. Y'all met him on Reflections, PD, and he's a good person. He's a good person at heart. You know what I'm saying? He's a good person. He strives his best to be a good person. He has his ways just like anybody else, but I do believe something says that he's gonna show himself, and he's gonna possibly be one of those root people in turn that I just never thought that could be. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, like I have those people. I can identify those people. I can identify them very fast. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what you have to do. When you meet people, just don't instantly become friends. But it don't matter if that's your nature. Don't blame that shit on you being a Libra or you just being a friendly person, bitch. You can be friendly, but don't be dumb. Especially when the tree of life, your story is specifically written for you, and you see the same people all the time. Your roots, you will never see the same. And that's just true tea. That's true tea, honey. You're not going to your roots will never be the same. Your roots are going to stay the same because they are strong. They are strong within themselves. They are strong in their beliefs, and they are strong in being there to help you thrive. Your branches are going to change. Your branch is definitely going to change because of the fact they have to hold the weight of the leaves. Your leaves going to change 24 motherfucking 7. So get that in your head. Sometimes you can instantly tell a leaf from a mouth. You can tell a leaf from a mouth. You should be able to tell a leaf after going through a couple of storms. You ain't even got to go through a lot of storms, but you should be able to tell a leaf right away when a storm comes. It don't matter what type of storm it is. It can be financially, it can be love life, it can be health wise, but you can see them motherfuckers go. When I say them motherfuckers go, some motherfuckers go so damn fast. It's like 1, 2, 3. Do re mi. I'm an invisible woman. You can't catch me. That's the type of shit that they be on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta look for, you know. So quotes to remember. This week's quotes to remember. Quote 1 is, life is like a tree. You need to shed negative people in your life and get some positive ones. Some of the trees, same as a tree. I'm sorry, same as a tree. They shed old leaves which are not usable anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're not worth your time anymore because they serve their purpose, or they did what they came to do. Sometimes to just fuck your life up and you to pick up the pieces, or you and your roots to pick up the pieces. And and to get green ones, which means that it's time for you to replace them, or it's time for them to go and somebody new to come. So that quote was, life is like a tree. You need to shed negative people in your life and get some new ones. Same as a tree does, shedding old leaves, which are of no use to them, and to grow new ones, green ones, new fresh ones to make themselves look beautiful. This quote comes from Joshi. I said Joshi because it's spelled like Yoshi, so I said Joshi. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm going to say it. I said Josh, I'm sorry. J. Joshi. And you have to think about that. Like, honestly, every time, and sometimes I'm going to tell you this, it is crazy because for the past, since what? 2005, since I got sick, and that was in 2014. Ever since I've been in the hospital, this analogy of my life and the people in my life have come to pass, where this part of my life I went through a storm and people just went ghost. And I would like to add another person to this list, and I still think that she's a branch, and I hope she don't take that the wrong way, but I do believe she's a branch. I don't believe she's a root, but she's a strong branch. And when I say strong, this bitch ain't going away. But Barbara. But back to the quote. Like I said, this quote is serious. This quote is deep. You know, think about this. When you go through, I've gone through since 2014. Every storm that I've gone through, regardless how big or small, somebody done got ghosts. Like when I say got ghosts, they ain't come back since. And it could be an ex, it could be somebody that I was interested in, it could be a family member, it could be somebody I thought was my friend. But when they got ghosts, and when I say it took them some time. It took me some time to recognize. I was like, oh shit, motherfucker, you was a fucking leaf the whole time. I should have seen that shit a mile away, but because I thought you was grown with me, you know what I'm saying, you just left. But during the time where I really wasn't paying attention to nothing around me except for the fact that I was within this storm, your ass went ghost. And then when I got out of the storm and the storm cleared, the clouds cleared, I seen who was there. Oh nigga, you wasn't even a fucking branch, because you ain't even a couple of feet away from where the tree is. You just gone. You know? So, quote number 2. Be like a tree. Stay grounded, stay connected to your roots, turn over a new leaf, bend before your breaks. Bend before breaks. Enjoy your unique beauty and keep growing. This quote comes from Joanne Rapsitz. Be like a tree. Stay grounded, meaning that find your truth. Find your unique path and stick to it. Don't let nobody take that from you, and stick to it. Stay in your faith. Stay in whatever you believe in and your faith, and stay true to yourself. Stay grounded. Get connected to your roots, meaning get connected or stay connected to those people that's close to you. You know what I'm saying? Those people that keep you thriving, that keep you going, that when you hear their voice, you smile. You know, when you find out where you come from. Not just from your grandmother or your mother or your father or your sister or your aunties, but literally find out where you come from so you can have an understanding of who you are, a part of who you are. Because you know, your history, your background, your lineage, your genealogy is a part of who you are. Turn a new leaf, meaning that every time that season change, it's okay to find something new or to change a little bit about yourself, because everybody's always changing, because you can't become the person that you're meant to be or stay on the path that you are supposed to be meant to be on unless you change some things and tweak some things a little bit, because sometimes it ain't even about fully changing things. Sometimes it's just going in there and taking this little piece of lint off your clothes and now your shirt look like $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. You know, bend before you break, meaning that start learning to recognize when shit just ain't right, or when you doing too much. Like for instance, for me, I realized that on a financial tip where I was doing too much, where I was eating out too much. And I could cook. I could cook my ass off. I was eating out too much. It was affecting my bills. I had so many unnecessary bills, like subscriptions to shit that I knew that I didn't really need because I wasn't watching. I was doing too much. I recognized those before it broke, even though it's some of them did kind of break and kind of made the little wibbly wop in the tree, But I figured it out, and my tree ain't break. The shit ain't break. The branch is still there. The motherfucker's still there. You know what I'm saying? My tree ain't fall. It ain't get hit by lightning and split apart. You know what I'm saying? So recognize, then before you break, realize what's going on, maneuver through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving like that, like a battleship when it's getting shot at by all them damn bullets and missiles and shit, or a helicopter like Storm Boys and Jean Grey was showing that motherfucker X-Jet and X-Men when they was throwing them damn heat-seeking missiles at the ass. That's what the fuck you do. And then you may, you know what I'm saying, get hit like they did, but bitch, you wind up landing on the ground safe. Okay? Now, enjoy your unique beauty. I spoke on this on the last episode, and I'm going to speak on it again. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love your flaws. Because if you don't learn to love your flaws, you can't change. You can't fix them. Especially if they bad flaws. If you know for a fact that it's a flaw that just hinders you from moving forward in life or receiving the things that you want to receive, you can't get rid of it if you don't learn to love it, because that is all a part of who you are. It may not make sense to you now, but it didn't make sense to me either. But you have to learn to love that flaw, because that flaw is what makes you unique. And I can't even, and when I say love the flaw, I mean learn how to use that flaw, because that flaw is possibly always going to be there depending on what type of flaw it is. Learn to appreciate it and use that flaw as something positive. And also when I say learn to love your unique self, learn to do this shit, because my anxiety, my insides like, bitch, you need a motherfucking dildo on top of that motherfucking head of yours, bitch. But my inner me, and my that inner child and my authentic self saying, bitch, you go, girl, cause bitch, you on here and you still giving alien fish, cause the way your ears look, bitch, but you giving Afrocentric alien fish, honey, cause the way your ears sitting, or Afrocentric elf, but bitch, you still giving that old fishy face, honey. So you giving cheekbones and jawbone, honey. So but learn to love your author. I had to laugh at that. But learn to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what being authentically you, episode 8, Reflections with Christina Storm is about. Yes, that was a promo. Reflections, Christina Storm, season 1, episode 8, authentically you. That's what you need to watch. And keep growing. When it says keep growing, it means to keep pushing forward. A tree does not grow to what these big ass oak trees are in the mountains in Arizona and all the places that have big old oak trees or willow trees that branch off, and they're so beautiful, where they look like a big ass tree of hair. So a tree of weave, just, you know what I'm saying? But grandma willow trees, you know what I'm saying, they are so beautiful because they grow, like they weather the storm, you know what I'm saying? They go through the shit, but they be so big and beautiful, especially when the time when they're at their peak. They're so big and beautiful, and oh my goodness. Grow through it. Keep growing. Never stop growing. Never stop learning. Never stop learning about yourself. Never stop learning about your world around you. Never stop learning about your ancestors. Never stop learning. Because the more you learn, the more you grow. And I'm gonna say that again, because it kind of hit me in my gut. You know what I'm saying? That means I was supposed to say it again. Learn, because when you learn, you grow. Learn about yourself, learn about your ancestors, learn about people, learn about your surroundings, learn about the world. Because without learning, you cannot grow. You cannot reach your full potential. That's why I research everything. Everybody say, "Yeah, I think I'm a know-it-all." No, I hear that all the time. I think I'm a know-it-all. No, if I don't know something, I'm gonna research it. If you don't know anything about me now, if I don't know something, I'm gonna research. I don't care what you told me. I'm gonna take what you told me, but I'm still gonna go research it. I'm gonna use Google. I'm gonna ask around the people that I feel know about it or that I know about it, and I'm gonna ask around because I'm gonna research it. That's just the type of person I am. So I want to thank you all. This show did run a little longer, and actually a lot of the shows have ran longer because I've gotten really deep into it, and those shows really resonate with me within what I'm going on in my life currently and what I went on in my past. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these shows have actually almost extended to the length of what Loose Rock does. At first it wasn't, but now it is because I'm getting deeper. And the reason why I'm getting deeper, because we need to get deeper. The conversation is going to get deeper. The conversations will get longer. And these conversations are going to hit you in a way that you never got hit before. So I want to say thank you all for watching Reflection with Christina Stone, which is me. But I want to say this isn't easy. Some of these topics are not easy for me to talk about. But when I do it and I start talking about it, I can't stop because it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of who I am. It's me actually telling you my truth. It's me actually being what I stated in episode 8 of Reflection. I'm being authentically me. I'm telling you my story without sitting down with you every day and telling you my story. Sitting down with you and taking a whole day to tell you my story. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you all. It's not easy to sit here and just listen to stuff like this because a lot of times when you listen to things that this show is focused on, it brings up things that a lot of times you don't want to deal with, or a lot of times the things that you don't realize you haven't dealt with, you know, or things that you're dealing with right now and you didn't know how to do it, and it get emotional, and you like, shit, this shit getting emotional. I can't deal with this, but that's okay. And the reason why that is okay, because if it's getting to you like that, then you were meant to be here to watch it. I want to say thank you to all the children of the Rainbow Corn. And when I say all the children of the Rainbow Corn, I mean all of you. I'm not just talking about the LGBTQ children of the Rainbow Corn. I'm talking about all of the people that literally follow me, that support me, that, you know what I'm saying, that be there when I don't see you being there. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank especially those who subscribe and like and comment and have came to me in my DMs or came to me on Messenger when I'm actually on Loose Rock or on Instagram. And sometimes y'all do the extra research and find my personal page, which I never put on here, but y'all have. And you hit me up and say, I appreciate your show. I learned something from the show. I thank you all. And I don't do this for the fans. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it for the for subscribers. Even though I would love to have a lot of subscribers, and I love to one day, I can't lie, I believe that if I did lie, I wouldn't have gotten the 14 subscribers that I have. That means that I'm really getting people that are real, that are real and understand that I'm real. Them numbers ain't nowhere near compared to the people that have been doing YouTube for a long time or that are famous off of YouTube or social media. But that's okay, because I'm not meant to reach those numbers, because I don't have them numbers of real people out there that understand and are receiving this message like the other 14 people are doing on YouTube. But if you have watched this and you are new to Reflection, if you are new to Reflection, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I don't care about the comments that you put. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they negative because I can deal with that. I don't care if you DM me and say you like the show. That's why I say that. You can DM me. You can DM me in the storm at Loose Frap on Facebook and on TikTok and on Instagram. You can DM me at Loose Frap Show on Instagram. On YouTube, it is Loose Frap Show. You can comment. You can send me a message on there. And like I said, if you like, I also have it's a promotion ad going out where if you would like to be on the show and be on live with me or be in person with me, you can do the same thing. Hit me up in my DM or on YouTube and say you would like to be on the show. You could come with the topics that you want to talk about if you want to be on Loose Frap. You can also hit me up and send topics and conversations that you want to have on Reflections because I love it. I love getting conversation ideas from people or having people in my conversation because my friends and my circle is very small for a reason. That's why this show was important because it made you understand why my circle is so small. Those roots are my circle. So when we have conversations, a lot of times I get ideas for the show from them, for reflections from them, or it's just something that I happen just to say it out of my mouth that made me remember that shit. This could be a topic. So please come to DM me. You can message me if you would like to donate to Loose Frap or Reflection. And when I say donate, I mean monetary wise or money wise. You also can go to our Cash App. Cash tag is Loose Frap Show on Cash App. And we don't have any other monetary situations going on right now, but if that's what you want, you can do that. I believe YouTube has it, but I haven't really gotten that deep into it like I wanted to because YouTube is very big. It's bigger than anybody, probably most people think it is. But if you would like to, again, that's something that you have to choose to do. I'm not telling you to do it or asking you to do it, but if you would like to donate, you can just go to Loose Frap. You will see our hashtag, you will see our picture, and you can donate there. I thank you all, Children of Rainbow Corn. I hope y'all enjoyed this show because I did, because it resonated. This episode resonated with me as well because this is how, like I said, I don't do these things without living my life like this, especially when it comes down to the street, because a lot of people wonder why I don't call, don't talk to them or whatever. A lot of times it is because I just never been that person, and for some reason I could start it and then out of nowhere it just dwindles down, and I really don't have no control over. No matter how many times I say I'm gonna do it, I just don't. But a lot of times when I recognize, when I recognize leaf, oh bitch, I don't pay you no attention. I pay my roots attention all the time. Them branches, it varies when I want to pay attention to you. I know what you are. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I mistake you to be a part of the root system. But I can recognize a leaf very far away. A branch is a little harder for me, but a root I already know. I instinctively know that you're a root. And most of my roots have been around for I can't even say 5+ years. I have to say 8 on up. So, thank you again, y'all. I love you all. Please go to TikTok, subscribe, like and comment, and befriend us on TikTok. We just recently got TikTok. I'm in the works of doing some big stuff this in 2021, and it will be announced. One of the first things will be announced. Let me make sure I got the right date. Will be announced in December on New Year's. On New Year's, you will get an announcement of what my big thing is. So look forward to it. Around, I'm gonna say the springtime, I'm gonna make a big announcement as well. I don't know. I can't give you an exact month, but somewhere around the springtime, something else big is going on that I'm working on. But definitely look forward to both of those. Loose Rock is almost finished, but we will get. We will have a third season. We definitely will have a third season, but Loose Rock is almost there to being finished. Reflections. I don't know when this is gonna finish because so much shit has came to my head where season one may go on to who knows how many episodes, but close to 20 episodes because so much that has come to surface. So thank you all again. I am kind of rambling on, but I'm also giving good tea and information. So thank you all for watching Reflection with Christina Storm, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And I hope y'all enjoyed this show, and this show has helped y'all in some kind of way.